Hi, yeah, Mr. Sweeney here. Okay, so this is a little video about drawing techniques. Okay, so some very basic techniques to give you a hand. I know how much we're all fearful of drawing. Okay, we don't need to be, just practice, all right? Anyway, so this is something that, a few techniques to give you a hand, and it accompanies the worksheets that you can either get online through the school website, home learning resource, or they may have even sent you some hard copies. Anyway, you can just use blank pieces of paper to do these exercises, all right? So, this is my attempt at showing you how to do some basic drawing techniques. So the first one we're going to have a go at is just drawing parallel lines using a ruler and a pencil. Okay, so you want a reasonably sharp pencil. Doesn't have to be sort of mega sharp. Now the key here is to spread your hand, your fingers, whichever way is comfortable for you, along the ruler so that the ruler doesn't slip. Okay, if you just hold it at one end, when you draw along the line, when you get to here, the ruler is going to slide down, and that's annoying. Alright, so spread your hand out. Try to keep the pencil sort of upright, not lead down. Try to keep it sort of upright, maybe just tilting a little bit to the way you're drawing. Tuck in the sharp lead into the edge where the ruler meets the paper and draw it along. Okay, I don't know if you can see that line. Now, to make it parallel, parallel means the lines are the same distance apart all the way along. They never meet. A bit like a railway track, something like that. The edges of a rectangle, a square, anything like that. Okay, so that's what we're after, parallel. Now you can either measure those lines. Now I'm just using my sight. I can see that's not parallel. But if I just tilt it gently, I mean that's pretty much, I think, parallel. And I'm just going to do a little bit of practice of that. Just sliding the ruler down, holding it in place. Okay, so practice doing that. It's not easy, okay, but have a little go. Now the other thing I wanted to show you how to do, and parallel is a key here, is drawing in 3D. Now when we start to draw in 3D, I'm just going to do a quick sketch here. When we start to draw in 3D, we're all right kind of doing a starting like that, but then when it comes to putting the side boxes on, what tends to happen, our brain wants us to do weird things, and it starts looking a bit like, I don't know, it's all going a bit, that's not a box, is it? Just going to flip the page, no, I'll just slide it over here. So the key here is parallel. So if I draw a rectangle or a square, I know it's got two sets of parallel lines, all right? Now I'm not using my ruler, as you can see, just so you can see what's going on there. So a box is made up of 6 squares or 6 rectangles. Yeah? Each face is a rectangle or a square. And as I've just said, we know that a square and a rectangle has 2 sets of parallel sides. So if I want to do this, the top of the box, which is going to be up here somewhere, I don't know if you can see, I'm just trying to write top there. Okay, if I want to do that, then I know that top has to be parallel. Okay, the sides of that top have to be parallel. Now I'm just going to put in a line, one edge of that top of my box. Okay, this edge over here has got to be parallel with that edge. Now you can either use your sight, but this is where you want your ruler. Now you want to see, I've lined my ruler up with that line there. No, I'm going to use it. I'm going to do it this way around. Actually, it's going to be easier. I've lined the back of the ruler up with that line, and I'm going to slide it, just keeping an eye that it's difficult as it gets far away, but just keeping an eye that the ruler, this edge of the ruler is parallel with this edge of the top of my box that I'm drawing. Alright, and then I can go along like that. That's starting to look okay. Now I want to finish the top of this box off. I know that it has 2 sets of parallel sides. I've got one side here. Let's do it this way around again. The bottom of the ruler, I'm going to slide it up until I meet. Let's go to there. Alright. It looks about parallel. Yeah. And there I have the top of my box. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this off. Same technique. I'm going to go with the side of this box. I've got one side drawn. I'm going to slide the ruler out, trying to keep it parallel until I get to the corner. I'm not going to adjust anything. I'm just going to go draw a line down. Finish that side off. And we're going to do that the same way. I'm going to take that line, the side of that, the top of oh, what am I trying to say? The side of that, the top of that side of the box, the top of that face. Oh, I'm getting my words all mixed up here. Going down to the corner of my box I've got here. See that corner there? Yeah, that's looking parallel. I say, the further the ruler gets away is a little bit tricky. There we are. Now, if I just rub out, I've got a rubber on the end of there. Probably won't work. But if I just try and rub out that bit there, oh, it doesn't work. All right. So that's a rough idea. Anyway, have a little go. Replay this video. Take a look. Practice drawing your parallel lines with your ruler. All right. And practice drawing parallel lines to make a 3D box. Okay.